Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nurse Akosia.
So today I want us to talk about how to prepare your resume and then your cover letter. First of all, we're going to talk about the resume, and I'm going to give you like a sample, a template, and then I'll talk about exactly what you talk about on a specific page or wherever we get to. And then you're going to add your own information just to complete the resume. So this is what I did, and I just want to give people an idea of what to put in your resume. I'm not saying that this is exactly what you're supposed to do, but since it was requested and how I used my resume to look for a job and to get a job, I just want to share what I did and if it can be of help to you. All right. Okay. So we're going to get started. So with the page I have here, your resume should be at most like 3 pages. It has to be at most 3 pages. It can be 2 pages and it can be 1 page, but make sure you're putting in the information that is actually needed. So this is a part of the page. It's just a 1 page that I have here because it's actually summarized, but my entire resume was 3 pages. It wasn't exactly 3, it was like 2.5 pages. Okay. So on the top of the first page, you're gonna put your picture. I have my picture over there. It's optional, so you can decide to put your picture there, or you can just decide to leave it blank without a picture. And then you put your name under your picture, your address, and then your email, and then your contact number. And then you come to the About Me. The About Me is just a summary of what you do and what you know. So it's more like you're trying to praise yourself to the recruiter or to the manager, so that when they look at your resume, you need something that is going to catch their attention. They usually look at the first paragraph and then they decide if they're going to take this person or if they're not. So the About Me, you can just write something like a professional nurse if you are ADN or BSN with blah 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 years of experience in, maybe you have med surg experience, you have OR experience. You have to put everything over there, and then also you stress on the fact that you are good in certain things, like you stress on your strengths, and then you highlight a few of them over there. And then you also have to talk about yourself, like having great interpersonal skills and maybe critical thinking, a great team player. Just try to praise yourself over there in the first paragraph. It shouldn't be too much, like let's say 4 or 5 lines will be good. And then you come to your area of expertise. At that part, you're gonna put like what you can do, like when it comes to any other thing apart from nursing. So you can put Microsoft Office, coaching, leadership, time management. You put all these things there. When it comes to softwares that you're used to, the ones that you've used before, you have the experience in, you can just put all of them over there. And then you come to your education. So the education, you're going to list it from the current to the old. So you start from, maybe if you have your bachelor's, you're going to start from your bachelor's. And then below that, you're going to, put your associates if you did associate's degree. And then you're going to go to your high school. I didn't add any other school to my resume. It was just up to my high school, and then that was it. So that is for this part. So then on this page we come to your professional experience. So the professional experience, what you are going to talk about is basically you're going to summarize exactly what you used to do. So you're going to start from the current job or the most recent job that you had. So let's say if your recent job, you started in 2001 to present, if you're currently doing it, then you add present. You don't have to put a date over there. If you quit, then you can put the dates that you quit over there. It's not supposed to be the exact dates. You just put the month and the year. You can choose to put the years, but I put the month and the year, and then you put the name of the institution or the hospital, and then you put your position. So with your position, were you a staff nurse? Were you a senior staff nurse? Were you a nurse manager? Were you a clinical coordinator? Were you, if you are in the United States, were you RN1, RN2, or RN3, or and then you're gonna write a summary of what you were required, like your role in that position. So let's say if you were providing antenatal services, you just put it there, and then you were providing postnatal, you were providing primary health care, you put all that information over there. And then the same applies to the old experience, the previous experiences. You're gonna put it there in that same manner. Just summarize it. Don't write too much. Just give a summary. You can just, like, let's say if you were a midwife, you can just put it there that provided antenatal and postnatal services. That is one point. And then you add, other roles that you used to, you were assigned in the hospital. Just give like 4 or 5 of your, whatever you were doing over there. You don't have to list everything into details. Just summarize it and put it over there. Then you come to your certifications. So the certifications, what happens is, what I noticed was, there are certain certifications that is not really recognized in the United States if you are coming from, let's say, Ghana. I had certain certifications, but it's not really recognized. So when you come here, after you pass the NCLEX, you are required to have certain certifications depending on whatever unit that you are, applying for. So BLS, the basic life support, is like a general thing. Once you're a nurse, you need to have your BLS. And then with the ACLS and other things, it depends on the unit that you're going to. And if it's required, most of the time the hospital pays for that. But the BLS is the minimum. You're supposed to have a BLS before even trying to apply for a job. Okay. Then we come to the trainings and the workshops. So you can either put their trainings or you can put their workshops, or you can put both. I put trainings over there. And with the trainings, it's very important because it also helps with your experience. So let's say the trainings, the workshops that they organize back in Ghana, you put the name of the training, the theme or whatever, and then the organization that actually organized it, and then the location, and then the date. Put as many as you can, but remember, try as much as possible to put the dates over there and exactly what the name of that training was. So yeah, I put all the trainings that I have been to, because you never know which one is going to help you with the position that you're applying for. So I put everything over there. And then you come to the reference. With the references, I always choose people, and always make sure that you choose people that you can actually trust, because they're gonna call them and then they're gonna ask about you. Sometimes they're gonna send certain documentation for them to fill out and send back. So put there people that you do trust. I actually put people, apart from the people that I trust, there are actually the real people in those positions. So one was from my school, one was from my workplace and the bedside, and then one was from the corporate that I worked in. That was the director. So yes, that is basically what you have to do for your resume. If you have any questions, you can put it down below in the comment section, or you can email me with the email address that I provide there, or you can go to the website and then you can send me an email and then I'm going to respond to you. So this is basically what you actually need to put in your resume, and you don't have to do much, and this should be able to help you find a job, because they're not actually looking for a whole lot of book. Just make sure you summarize everything about yourself, but make sure you put the necessary information in there and you're good to go. And one tip about your resume, do not go and decorate anything. Just make it professional, and please do not lie. Do not lie. You're supposed to praise yourself, but do not put the lies in there, because when you're given the position and you don't know whatever they're giving to you because you said in your resume that you know, then that is up to you. So do not lie. Don't go making any, art. They're not looking for arts. I didn't have any colors to my resume. It was just the white background and then the typing, and then that was it. Then we come to the cover letter. So the cover letter, you're going to write it just like any formal letter that you're writing to maybe a human resource or administrator. You're going to put your address. The address can be on either side, or it can be on one side, which is on the left side. I chose the left side and I put both my address and then the address of the hospital that I was applying to. And I addressed it to the director of human resources. You can choose to put specialist or whatever, and then you put their address there, and then you start your letter. So with the cover letter, you just start with like dear sir or madam, and then you're going to introduce yourself professionally to whoever you're applying to. And then your goal in writing your cover letter should be to encourage your employer to read your resume and also to consider you for the position that you're applying to. So what I did was, you start with like you're writing to apply for the open position for, let's say, RN in the med surge or antepartum, or like wherever you're applying to. And then if you have someone who referred you, you can put it in there that you were referred by who, let's say Nurse Akosia or whatever, the person's first and last name, and you indicate if the person is a current employee or if the person is an old employee. And then you're gonna highlight your achievements, your skills, your experiences and trainings that are relevant to the position that you are applying to. Okay? And then do not repeat information, because when it comes to the cover letter, it's not supposed to be like a very long letter. What I wrote was 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph was just 2 lines. Second paragraph was just 3 lines. And then the third paragraph was also just 3 lines. You're just going to highlight on whatever you know that is going to help you to get the position. So let's say if you are applying for, let's say, antepartum, highlight on the fact that you do have your license, you have 8 years or 10 years or 20 years of experience in women's health or antepartum. So if it's med surg, you're going to highlight on the experience that you have in med surg. Like, yes, that's exactly what you're going to do. And to also highlight on the fact that you will be able to perform if you're given the ability to demonstrate your skills in that specific position. Okay. And yeah, exactly. And then you also talk about your education a little bit. You talk about your license, your education. If you have a bachelor's, you have to put it there. And then when you're done, you just thank them, and then let them know that you'll be looking forward to their response. And then also you thank them for considering you for the position, and you indicate that you attached a copy of your resume, and you will be following up maybe through email or maybe a phone call. So that is basically the cover letter. It doesn't have to be too much information, and it doesn't have to involve your personal information. Just a little bit about yourself, something to praise yourself a little bit, just like the first paragraph in your resume. But this time around, it's just a letter, and also to try to make them look at your resume. So that is basically what a cover letter is. When you're done, you're gonna sign. You either sign with sincerely or faithfully or whatever you think is professional enough for you, and then you sign, and then you write your first and last name, and then that's it for the cover letter. So yeah, if you do have questions about the cover letter too, you can just put your comments down below, or you can email me either through my website or through the email address that I put below, and I will be glad to assist you. Sometimes I may delay in responding because I'm working. Sometimes I get tired, and yeah. So yeah, just put it down below or email me, and then I will try my best to respond to your emails as soon as possible. All right.
To all my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit the subscribe button below. And thank you and have a great day. Bye.